Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about variables in C language. Okay? Now, I'm going to explain you the concept of variables by taking an example of booking a seat on a bus. Alright? So, let me start with the lesson. Let us say that you are Ravi. Okay, your name is Ravi and you are in Mumbai. Now you want to travel from Mumbai to Bengaluru. Alright, you are Ravi and you are in Mumbai and you want to travel to Bengaluru. So you have to book a seat on a bus which goes to Bengaluru. So what do? You go to the agent. You go to the agent and you say, "Hello agent, please book a seat for me on a bus to go to Bengaluru." Okay? When you say that, the agent shows you a layout of the bus like this. Alright? Now, if you have not booked a seat on the bus before, then you can take the example of booking a ticket for a movie. It also works in the same way. Alright? Yes, coming back to this. So the agent shows you the seating arrangement of a bus and asks you to select a seat. Now the seats are all numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. They are all numbered because it makes it easy for the passengers to go to their seats and sit. To find their seats, go there and sit. Now let us say that the green ones are all booked or occupied and the grey ones are vacant or not booked. So looking at these 4 seats, you decide to sit here and travel to Bengaluru. And this seat has a number which is 5. So let us say that you are interested in booking seat number 5. So you ask the agent to book this seat for you. Okay? So on the day of boarding, you board the bus and search for seat number 5. You sit there and you travel to Bengaluru. Okay? So this is how booking a seat on a bus works. Now let us try to connect this to the concept of variables in C programming. Okay. So here I have written out the things that I have explained you just now in the form of a conversation. Okay. So let me read it out. So what do you say to the agent? You say, "Hello agent, please give me some space on the bus to sit." This is what you are saying, correct? You are asking the agent to book a ticket, but in reality what you are saying is this: "Hello agent, please give me some space on the bus to sit." And the agent says, "Okay, I have given some space for you on the bus and named the location as 5. Now this is selected by you. Alright? So seat number 5 is selected by you, but I have written it like this so that it makes it easy for you to understand the concept of variables. Alright? So the agent says, "Okay, I have given some space for you on the bus and named the location as 5. Alright? Now, before I explain you this, let me go to my C compiler. Alright? So this is the basic structure of the program, so you know about it. So let me here say A is equal to 4. Okay, A is equal to 4. Now basically by typing A is equal to 4, what I am saying is, "Hello computer, please give me some space on the RAM to store." Okay, store what? Store a value. Okay, so by typing A is equal to 4, what I am basically saying to the computer is, "Hello computer, please give me some space on the RAM to store." So what computer says is, okay, I have given space for you on the RAM and named the location as A. Okay. So of course I wrote A is equal to 4. So this name was decided by me, but to make you understand the concept, I have mentioned it like this. Alright. Now just pause the video and read these two and connect them. Okay. So hello agent, please give me some space on the bus to sit. Hello computer, please give me some space on the RAM to store. Both are same. Okay. So the agent says, I have given some space for you and named the location as 5. I have given some space for you on the RAM and named the location as A. So basically it is you who had selected seat number 5. It is you who had selected this A. Okay. You could have selected any other seat also. You could have selected any other letter also. Okay. But whatever you select, the agent will allot. Whatever you select, the computer will name it. Okay. So basically variables are nothing but space on the RAM where you can store values. That's all. Okay. Yes. Now I will come here. So I have said A is equal to 4, meaning I am saying to the computer, please give me some space on the RAM and name that location as A where I will store 4. Okay, where I will store 4. Now this is how you define variables in C. But there is one important thing that you need to do. You need to mention what is the type of value that you will be storing in A. So you want to store 4, correct? So what is 4? Is it an integer value, or is it a decimal value, or is it a character, or is it a string? It is an integer, correct? So here before A you have to say int. Okay. So int A is equal to 4. Now this basically translates to, hello computer, please give me some space on the RAM to store an integer value. And once you give me some space, name that location as A. Okay. So the computer gives you some space and names that location as A where you can store any integer value. So you can store 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, minus 23, minus 24, any value. But here we have decided to store 4. So we can store 40 also. Alright, we can store 40 also. Alright, yes. Now let me come to this. Let me take once again these 4 examples. Alright, I want to print this out. Let us say that I want to print this out. I am dash years old. So here I will say printf. Okay, I will use printf function and I will use I am dash years old. Okay, I am dash years old. But here in the place of dash I want to print 40. Okay, I want to print 40. So what I will do is I will put a comma here and I will say A. Okay, I will say A. Now you know that we do not use blank, but we use format specifiers. So for integer, you know that we use %d, correct? So instead of having a blank, we are having format specifier again. Now let me end this with a semicolon. Okay. So I will run this and see what output I get. So I get I am 40 years old. Okay. So let us see how the program executes. The program executes line by line. So first this line gets executed, next this line gets executed, next this line, and so on. Okay. So when this line gets executed, what happens is a variable named A is created and value of 40 is stored in it. Okay. So a value of 40 gets stored in variable a. So now onwards, a means 40. Okay, a means 40. In the next line, I am using printf function and I have given this. Okay, so I am percentage d years old, and here what I have written is this. I have written the name of the variable. So what is this variable? A. What is in it? 40 is in it. So this 40 is put here, or this percentage d is replaced by 40, or the value of a, and that is printed out. Okay. Now, after initializing or after declaring a variable like this, you can change the value. So here I can say a is equal to 30. Alright, I can say a is equal to 30. So now when I run it, I get I am 30 years old. See, when this line got executed, 40 was stored in a. But then when this line got executed, the 40 which was in a gets replaced by the new value 30. Okay, so after executing this line, the value that is in a will be 30. Now when I print it out, the latest value will be printed here. Okay, latest value will be printed here. Now once again I can change it. I can say a is equal to 10, and now when I run it, I will get I am 10 years old. Alright. Now after this line, if I say a is equal to 50, and if I run it, I will still get I am 10 years old. This is because, see, before the execution of this line, what was the value of a? It was 10, correct? So before the execution of this line, the value of a was 10. So after this gets printed out, we have changed the value of a. So this is after this, and so this value is not considered for printing here. As I told you, the program gets executed line by line. So first this line gets executed, then this line gets executed. So when this line gets executed, what is the value? It is 10. So 10 is printed out, and after it gets printed out, in the next line we have changed it to 50. So this is not reflected here. Okay, so let me delete this. Now a doubt may arise. Here I have used int. Why didn't I use here and here? This is because I am changing the value of the same variable. Initially I have told that a is an integer value. Okay, a is an integer value. So after this line, once again I need not mention that a is integer, because it already knows that a is integer. Okay, so once again you don't have to type int a, int a. Alright? Yes. So that was the first example. Let me proceed further. My weight is dash kg. Okay, my weight is dash kg. So I will have that here. Okay, my weight is dash kg. Okay, now always remember that you need to name variables properly. Now when you say a, what can you understand by this? What is a? Is it age? Is it weight? Is it marks? Is it height? We do not know. We just have said that a is equal to 40. So this will confuse you. This is a small program, so you may know that a is weight in this case. But as the program gets bigger, if you name variables like this randomly, then it will confuse the programmer. Okay. So maybe you have programmed this. Someone else, when they look at your program, they will not come to know what A is. So do not do this. Always name the variable properly. Okay. So let me delete this. So here, what do we want to enter? Weight, correct? Weight. So name the variable as weight. Name the variable as weight. So what I'm basically saying here is, let me change this to 67. Okay. So here what I'm saying is, hello computer, please give me some space on the RAM and name that space as weight, where I will be storing integer value. So the computer will give you some space on the RAM and name that space as weight, where you can store any integer value. So here I am storing 67. Okay. So printf, my weight is dash kg, and here I will say comma and weight. Okay. Weight. But you know that we do not want, or we do not use blank. Instead of blank, we use percentage %d. Why percentage %d? Because we have an integer value in weight. So let me run this to get 67 kg. Now, if it was 67.5, and when I run it, I get still 67. Okay, I do not get 67.5 because here I am saying I am storing integer value. I am saying that I am storing integer value, and then here I have mentioned a decimal value. So what happens is, only integer value, which is 67, integer part, gets stored in weight. Okay, weight. So that is giving you this. So if you want a decimal value, you have to change this to either float or double. Float or double. Okay, float or double. And for floats, you know that we use percentage %f. Okay, percentage %f. Now when you run it, you get 67.5000 kg. And by now you know how to remove this. Alright, you can just say 0.1 and then run it to get 67.5 kg. Okay. So here I have mentioned float and I am storing float value, decimal value. Alright. Yes. Now this is an exercise for you. I want you to try this out. I want you to enter your height into this. Okay. And I want you to use double for it. Okay. Instead of float, use double and get this as result. Okay. Next, my name starts from letter. Let me delete this. My name starts from letter dash. Okay, dash. And you know that the name starts from character or letter, and we have CHAR for character, and here I will say first letter. Alright, first letter. FIRST, first letter. And here I will say, let me say my name is Ravi, and I will say R. Okay. So here we have to mention first letter, correct? First letter, because this is our variable. Now you know that we do not use blank, but we use percentage %c for character. Alright. Now let me run this, and you can see I have a lot of errors here. Alright, I have a lot of errors. Now let us see what the errors are. Now first thing is, variable names should not contain a space. So you cannot have space like this. Alright. So remove it. When you remove it, you have two words here, first and letter. Generally, we capitalize the second word, not letter, sorry, word. You have two words here, and the first letter of the second word is capitalized. Okay, so first letter. So first letter is R. So here also first letter. Okay, first letter. Now let me run this. Okay, some of the errors are reduced. Still we have few errors. Let us check it out. Now what is this? You know that characters must be enclosed in quotes, correct? So I had told you in the previous video. So here R is without quotes. So that is why we are getting this error. So let me enclose this in quotes, single quotes. And now let me run it to get my name starts from letter R. Okay. So the main thing that you need to remember is you should not give space for you should not use space in variable names. Alright. And then one more thing that you need to remember is the variable names cannot start with number. Alright. So one first letter, you cannot have variable names starting from numbers. So let me run it and you get an error. Okay. So it cannot start from numbers. So I'll have 4 here and 4 here. So I'll run it to get error. Instead of this, you can have this 4 and you can have this 2, 4, and you can run and get the result. So instead of having number 4, you can type it in English and get the output. So this works. Alright. So you must remember that names of the variables must be meaningful. Don't give A equal to this, B equal to this, C equal to this, and so on. And then you must remember that no spaces are allowed. It cannot start with numbers. And then there are some keywords, okay, reserved keywords which cannot be used. For example, I am using if here. So I cannot use if, it will give me an error. Okay. So when I run it, I get an error because if is a reserved keyword of C program. So some keywords cannot be used for variable names. Alright. So I hope this is clear. Now let me correct this. I'll say first letter, and here also I'll say let me not have change anything here. Okay. So now what I want to show you is we can assign this to a different variable. Okay. So here I'll say char. Alright. So I'll say, let me say B or B. Okay. Just for the sake of example, I'm not giving any name here. So I'll say B is equal to, I'll say first letter. Alright. First letter. And here I will say B. Alright, here I will say B. Now let me see what result I get. So I get the same result, correct? My name starts from letter R. So let me change it to T and let me run it. I get my name starts from letter T. Now let us analyze what is happening here. In this line, I have stored T in this variable. Okay. In this variable, first letter variable, I have stored the value T. In the next line, in a different variable, which is named B, I am storing the value that is stored in first letter variable. So what is stored in first letter variable? T is stored in first letter variable. So when I say B is equal to first letter, what this actually is B is equal to T. Okay, B is equal to T. So instead of saying B is equal to T, I have said B is equal to first letter, which is basically the same thing. And then here I have used B. I have used B to replace %C. Okay. So T gets stored in first letter, then B gets the value of T and B gets printed here. Okay. So in this way you can assign a variable value to a different variable. Alright, now we can change it to, so now I can say b is equal to d. Alright, b is equal to d, and now when I run it, I get d. Okay, so here it was t, it was changed to d here, and then it was printed here. Alright, yes, so that is about variables. I hope you have understood the concept of variables. As we proceed through the video series, it will be clear to you once again. Alright, so till then you have to keep on practicing. Alright, so that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.